Hello, my name is Carla Brice-Talley, and I am the author of Tara's Touch. Tara's Touch is actually my first novel. I'm the author of three works: Tara's Touch, Patricia's Baby, which is the sequel and prequel to Tara's Touch, and The 7 Year Wait. I wanted to share with you chapter three of Tara's Touch tonight. And so I won't bore you with the preliminaries. We can talk a little bit more about logistics a little bit later, but let me read chapter three and then I'll come back and tell you how you can get the book. This was her chance. After screening her for every test known to man, the nurses and doctors allowed Tara to relieve her breast. She was told they would give her son her milk for the first time. There he was in her arms, safe and sound. He was peaceful and fell asleep with her brown nipple in his mouth. Tara gently lifted his head, snuggled him securely in two little blankets so he could feel the warmth and security of the cloth hugging him. She made sure his air passage was clear. Then she eased out of bed. Tara was a little sore still from the vaginal laceration she had sustained while pushing her baby out. The doctor had patched her up and she was given some aspirin for pain relief. The nurse emphasized to her repeatedly the importance of keeping the area clean to avoid infection. She took a deep breath several times because of the stinging between her legs. Tara grabbed the squeeze bottle they had given her to squirt her vaginal area each time she used the bathroom. Someone had done her the favor of washing the clothes she had on the day before when she came into the emergency room. She slipped into them. The pants fit a little big around the waist now. Fortunately, Tara had not gained much weight during her pregnancy. She was about 15 pounds lighter post pregnancy. The faded jeans and v neck yellow sweater fit her reasonably well. She was more embarrassed about the rustic looking tennis shoes on her feet than the bagginess of her jeans. Tara pulled off the hospital bonnet and let her black curls hang around her face. It was somewhat of a messy look, but she could not worry about that now. She took her book bag, which never carried any books. Her book bag always carried her dearest possessions. Carefully, she placed one, her newborn baby, into the bag. Tara carefully tightened the straps. Before she knew it, she was walking through the halls of the hospital. She looked like a teenager going to visit her granddad. She was careful not to take the long hall down the maternity ward they always watched for the babies. Instead, she went down the back steps and through the chaos of the emergency room. A man stopped her because he thought she dropped a $20 bill. Tara smiled and took it. It was a nice blessing since she had no cash. Maybe not today, but she was sure at some point she had dropped a $20 bill. In no time, she was on the street again. She dipped in the first corner to take Juan out of the book bag. She hugged him closely and placed a few kisses on his forehead. I am sorry for covering you like that. I just needed to get you safe. Now you are safe with me, she explained sweetly to him. He did not respond immediately. He yawned and seemed to snuggle closer to her. In her heart, she knew he understood. It's okay, Mama. So glad you not leave me in there. You did not leave me in there. Tara smiled, feeling confident that she had interpreted his calm yawn correctly. I would never leave you, she whispered. Tara hugged him again and looked around. She could not believe it. There was a thrift store across the street. After looking both ways, she trotted across the street. Through the window, she could see the first thing she wanted to buy for Juan. They both needed it. Tara walked into the store, noticing immediately that the smell of it was much better than the secondhand stores she had visited before. Merchandise in the store seemed to be of good quality. A certain excitement started to bubble in her as she surveyed the simple but sturdy stroller more closely. It was perfect for Juan. There was a space to lay a newborn baby in the stroller, and it could adjust as the child grew. In addition, Tara could see that there were no visible stains on the material. She really wanted to lay her child in it. How much for the stroller? She asked aloud, not looking directly at the attendant. He was a white man in his mid 30s. When she entered the store, he did not greet her because he had not noticed that someone had come into the store. He was reading something. No price on it? The attendant asked, a little annoyed with the interruption. No, sir. He came from around the counter. He looked at the stroller. It was in decent shape. His eyes trailed over her and the baby in her arms. I'll let you have it for 20. Sold, she said with a smile. So that was chapter 3 of Terrace Touch. Terrace Touch, as I said, is my first novel. You can find Terrace Touch on Amazon.com in both ebook and paperback. Please also follow me on Twitter at Tally Carla, as well as I have a Facebook page that you can visit, and you can get abreast of different readings I have and upcoming events. That is also Carla Brice Talley. And then, of course, you can visit my website, which has information about me, my motivation for write. Occasionally, I blog, maybe not as much as I should, but occasionally I do. That is www.carlabricetalley.com. As well, share or tell a friend about me. So I love to write, and I look forward to sharing more of my writing with you. God bless. Enjoy your evening or wherever you find yourself. Thank you and goodbye.